Welcome to Hacks to Hitting Jacks. In today's video, I'm going to teach you a couple little hacks or secrets on how you can finally start hitting the ball harder and further. And the very first tip that I have for you is you have to have an attack mentality. I see so many players at a variety of different levels and they're just passive up there. They don't realize they have a weapon in their hands and it's time to use it, right? They're up there in the batter's box. They're timid because maybe the guy throws hard, maybe he's a little bit older than them, whatever the reason may be, but they're passive. They're worried about, oh, you know, my dad's in the stands. I want to get a base hit for him. I'm nervous. Or, oh, this pitcher struck me out last time. I'm not sure if I can have success against him. They have this passive mindset. And so when you have that passive mindset, that's going to slow down your bat speed. You're not going to have any confidence and you're not going to hit the ball with any authority if you can even hit it at all, right? A lot of the times you're going to get frozen. You're not even going to swing the bat up there. So you have to have an attack mentality. You have to realize, hey, I'm going to do some damage. Puff your chest out when you're walking to the plate and realize that, you know, you've put in the work in practice, you're geared up, you're ready to go, and it's the pitcher is the one that has the problem, not you. But that's, you know, people ask me, hey, what drill can I do to boost my bat speed or power? And the quickest way to, without doing any sort of drills, the quickest way to boost your power is to change your mindset, change your mentality. You go from being passive in the batter's box to really focusing on attacking the baseball, and I promise you that's going to make a huge difference. So we're not going up there trying to hit home runs, but we are trying to absolutely smash the baseball every time we walk up to the plate. The next hack I have for you is as you go into your load and your stride. I see a lot of players, you watch my hands and my elbows here, a lot of players load and stride and they don't really move their hands very much, or they kind of artificially push their hands back. But most of the time they're kind of in here like this, and then from this point they just try to throw their hands at the baseball and they never get any separation, which we'll talk about in a minute. But what I really see is they do not allow this front arm, as I stride towards the pitcher, they do not allow this front arm to go from being flexed like this to lengthening. Now I don't want you barring out. I don't want this elbow completely locked out like this. That's not a powerful position. But what I do want is similar to a rubber band. If I had a rubber band in between my fingers here, this is not very powerful, doesn't have very much energy, but the further I pull my fingers apart, the more energy is built up in that rubber band to explode. It's the same with hitting, right? So if we're just here like this and we don't really move our hands very much, then that's pretty much all we have to throw to the baseball. But if we allow this front arm as we stride towards the pitcher, our hands naturally walk away from our body and we allow this front arm to lengthen and get to a position like this. Feel that lat stretch. I have so much torque ready to explode on the baseball. So allow that front arm to lengthen. And then that goes hand in hand with the next tip, which is separation. Separation, guys. They say that 80% of throwing velocity comes from hip to shoulder separation, meaning my hips are facing the plate. Let's say I'm a pitcher, I'm throwing to the plate, and how much separation can I get from my hips facing this way and my shoulders? And it's the same with hitting, right? We want to build up as much energy as we possibly can. So part of separation is allowing that front arm to lengthen, right? Part of it is landing with my front foot open at about 45 degrees. We don't want to close ourselves off. We want it to be open about 45 degrees. And then we want to keep our hands back and get this good lat stretch for as long as possible. My hips are starting to rotate. My upper body, my hands are still back like this. And that is a powerful position. I can really whip the bat through the zone there. But the more separation that you're able to build, the more power that you're going to have. Another hack I have for you, which is kind of like a no-duh hack, is try your best to match the plane of the pitch. And I know this is common sense, but common sense really isn't that common anymore. A lot of players are taught, you know, to swing down and get on top of the baseball like this, and it just doesn't make sense because the ball, first of all, the pitcher's on an elevated mound, and he's throwing usually from up here. He's throwing down into the strike zone. So it's just simple angles. If this is the baseball coming on a slightly downward plane and I swing at a downward angle like this, there's only one point of intersection. My timing has to be perfect in order to make contact with that baseball. And even if it is perfect, where's that ball going to go? It's going to go into the ground. We don't want to beat the ball into the ground. We want to elevate and celebrate, right? So the ball is coming slightly down. The best way to attack this baseball to maximize our chances of making contact with it and hitting the ball with backspin and with authority, hitting more home runs, is to swing, get on plane early with the pitch and swing slightly up. Now, I'm not telling you when I say swing slightly up, I'm not telling you to completely lose use your backside and swing, a huge uppercut. I'm telling you, match the plane of the pitch, which is a slight uppercut, and that's going to maximize your chances for success because your bat's going to start in the zone early, it's going to stay in the zone a long time, and it's going to finish on a slightly upward plane. You're going to have so much backspin, so much carry on your balls. The next tip I have for you is relax. I see a lot of players and they start thinking about hitting the ball harder and thinking about, really putting a hurting on the ball. They get in the batter's box, and so what do? Their mentality tightens up, their brain kind of clenches, and that, makes them tighten their grip. Come on, I'm going to hammer this baseball. And you need to have an aggressive mindset, but your mindset has to be aggressive and your body has to be relaxed. So you can't hit when you're squeezing the sawdust out of the bat like this, because when you do that, then my arms, tighten up, and then my shoulders tighten up, and before long, my lower body, my core is tightening up, and then all of a sudden I'm locked up, and I'm not free, and I'm not easy, and I'm not just swinging fluidly. I'm swinging like a robot, swinging like a machine, and we don't want to be like that. Loose muscles are fast muscles. When you're tight like this, your bat speed's going to be down, and obviously that's going to really hurt your performance at the dish, right? So it starts really from the grip, and it starts from the top and works its way down. So breathe every single time you're in the batter's box. Starts from the head, right? Make sure your shoulders are nice and loose. We're not tense like this. Shoulders have to be loose and relaxed. My jaw has to be relaxed. Then we go down to our hands. If you have trouble squeezing the sawdust out of the bat, wiggle your fingers just a little bit, but your hands have to be relaxed, and that's going to translate down the rest of your body. Make sure you're not completely still in the box. I don't want to see a ton of movement usually with players, but a little bit of back and forth just to get a little bit of rhythm and timing. That's good, but relax, because loose muscles, relaxed muscles are fast muscles, and you're going to be able to, boom, explode on the baseball, hit for more power. And the very last tip I have for you is get in the weight room. A lot of players are looking for a magic drill, magic pill or potion to, make their bat speed improve and hit the ball harder with more authority. And although all these drills that I've shared with you are really going to help you out, there's nothing like in the off season really hitting the weights hard and returning the next season with a new and improved, stronger body to work with, right? So I recommend, especially in the off season, really hit the weight room hard. And I don't care what age you are, as long as you lift with supervision, right? Whether it's a spotter, whether it's mom and dad there just watching you, as long as you lift with good supervision and you lift with good form, good mechanics on all the exercises, and you don't lift too much weight that's just way more than you can handle, you're going to be absolutely fine, right? Progressive overload is a good thing, and a lot of players and parents are worried about stunting their growth. Lifting weights is not going to stunt your growth. In order to stunt your growth, you'd have to severely, with weighted impact, shatter one of your growth plates. So the only way that's going to happen in a gym is if you're screwing around. Let's say you have a 45-pound plate and you drop it on your leg, drop it on your shin, your ankle, whatever, and you shatter that growth plate, then yeah, that might, obviously hurt a ton, and that's going to cause you to stunt your growth. But the weight room, as long as you do it safe, and you do not lift too much weight, you do all the movements the proper way with correct form, then all it's going to do is provide positive results for you. Hopefully you enjoyed these hacks to hit more jacks. Don't try to hit home runs, but follow these tips. Go up there with an aggressive mindset, ready to attack the baseball, and good things are going to happen. Home runs are going to come. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I have a Bat Speed Boosters free workout that I want to share with you. All you have to do to grab this free bat speed workout, just click on that very first link below this video in the description. That'll take you to a page. I'm just gonna need your email address, and then I'll grant you access to the Bat Speed Boosters workout. So go ahead and click that link and do that now. Go pick up your free Bat Speed Boosters workout. And as always, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're coming out with new baseball videos every single week. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up, and last thing, get in the comments section and let me know what you'd like to see in future videos on the channel. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.